like when you want to make a mark on this world, but you're just not sure how to do it. I used to think that I needed more ink in my pen, or I needed a bigger pen to make a mark on this planet. Not always the case, though. When I was growing up, I was always surrounded by people. I made sure that I was surrounded by people. Because when I wasn't, I was alone. And when I was alone, I was petrified. It's just terrible all the time. It wasn't so much that I was afraid of the dark, monsters under the bed, or anything like that. I was afraid of my life. You know, I came from a broken home. We didn't have a whole lot of money. You know, we just hand to mouth, I guess is what they call it. Single mom. I think the worst blow to me was when my dad took off. Right? That's kind of like one of those things where you're going through life and the people who are supposed to care about you most take off. And that really had an impact on me. And every time I was alone, that's all I thought about. How terrible my life was. How bad things were. And I just didn't know how to do it, so I surrounded myself with people. The thing about that is, with people and being around people, I didn't really realize it then, but it was like an instinct that kicked in. You know, something that we have been doing for thousands and thousands of years. We came together to build cities, to share resources, to, you know, if you knew how to do something and I knew how to do something, but we didn't know how to do what each other did, we came together and we shared things. And that's how it was with me and people. I was surviving with their help. But it wasn't just about sharing resources and things like that. You know, back then we built coliseums to come together as a people. Kind of like what we're doing here. You know, I'm not throwing down gladiators and fighting lions or anything, but we've come together as a community to have a good time, to help each other out. And that's exactly what I was doing when I was growing up. I was surrounding myself with people so I wouldn't be alone. Now way back when, before we were building cities and coming together in a large group, we had smaller groups. And this is how we survived from, you know, woolly mammoths and things like that. And it goes back to my family unit being broken up so early. I didn't have that, so I had to go outside and find it. Now, I don't know how many of you are from the US, but in American schools, it's very cliquey, very group-like. And in my case, this is going back 20, 30 years or so. The groups that we had in school, we had the jocks, we had the preps, we had the drug addicts, we had the poor folks, and I kind of went around in all of them. But the thing is, when you've got, like the picture here shows, when you've got a set of preppy kids and jocks and smart kids, and you've got them coming together. In American schools, back then, there was always fighting. You know, oh, I don't like that guy because he's a jock, or I don't like him because he doesn't, you know, he's not into drugs or whatever. And I always admired my brother. I have a brother, he's 3 years older than I am. And with our dad being gone and our mom trying to raise us both, we all moved a lot. I mean, I think we were in like 6 different schools in like 7 years or something. So it was almost a school every year. And when we would get to school, we'd go on a hunt for new friends. My brother, he was always the smarter one. He was always more popular than me. He was, you know, he always knew what his group was. It was always the metalheads and the smart kids. And me, I didn't really care about the groups. My goal was to be with people. I didn't care if you were a jock, I didn't care if you were smart, I didn't care if you were, you know, a drug addict. It didn't matter. My criteria for being your friend was that you would be my friend. If you accepted me into your group, I would be part of it. You could tell me what to do, you could tell me what to wear, you could tell me what to say, I was part of the group. And the reason I was is because I didn't have my own things. I wasn't athletic. I wasn't good at sports. I played sports, but I wasn't good at them. You know, I would try and do soccer, and the ball would go all over the place. I would try and run and not be able to keep up in sports class. But I was also not very smart. Now, I don't know many of you out there, but those of you who I do know, they know that I'm not really good at math, right? And I have never been good at math. And I was not very good at geography. I'm still not good at geography. So I wasn't smart enough to be with the really intelligent people. I also wasn't pretty enough to be with the popular people. I wasn't a cheerleader. I've always pretty much dressed down like this. I've never, I didn't wear the dresses. I didn't fit in with that group. I didn't fit in with anybody. It was just like I was there, and that was it. And I shouldn't say I didn't fit in. I actually did fit in quite well. The trouble was, I never belonged where I was trying to fit in. Right? Like I said, I wasn't smart like the other kids. I wasn't pretty like the popular kids. I wasn't able to throw a football or swing a bat or any of that. But I could merge in between these groups, and I could fit in. But I never belonged. And I think it was Brene Brown, actually, I know it was Brene Brown who said it best about fitting in and belonging. That fitting in is about assessing the situation and becoming who you need to be accepted. So I became what you needed me to be, so you would accept me. And I never belonged, because belonging, that doesn't require you to change who you are. It requires you to be who you are. To be who you are. What does that even mean? For me, it meant changing my colors. It meant being all of those things to all of those people all of the time. I had to be you to be with you. I had to be you to be with you. I didn't want to be with me. Me was not very good. Me was nothing. But I knew how to change my colors. And a lot of people think, well, the chameleon, I don't know, you know why a chameleon changes its colors. It's not because it wants to blend in. That's an added bonus, that blending in that a chameleon does. It's not why it does it. It changes its color to regulate its temperature, to make it feel more comfortable. And that's what I was doing. I was trying to find things to make me more comfortable. And it almost didn't matter about friendship. If we were friends, that was okay. I was your friend. If you needed anything, I would be there. If I needed anything, I didn't expect you to be there because I was just a jerk. Who would love me? I'm not worthy of anything. I want you to be taken care of. I want you to be fine. But please don't worry about me. I'm okay. It wasn't about being a martyr. It was about being not all right to be your friend. But I eventually got through school, through my thing. I just, be whoever you're going to be. And I got through school. I did it at arm's length. I didn't want to be really close with anybody. I just wanted to be around them. Strangely enough, I met a man who was tolerant of my behavior, and my behavior was erratic. But I met a man who was able to see through that. We have 2 beautiful children together. We've been married for, I think we just celebrated 20-something years. But that was after high school, which I didn't finish. And I wasn't sure what to do next. Job, kids, a house. I'm just going to keep doing what I was doing. It seems like it's working. So at my job, at the workplace, I would be friends with whoever wanted to be friends with me. I did the same thing in high school at my job, or wherever I want to say. That's what I did. And that changed one day. Here I was going through life, being like, okay, this is school, I got everything I need. I'm just going to be friends with everybody that I was like. And I met a guy named Barry. was wonderful. Barry was younger than me. My husband also worked at the same place. This was when we were going into his office. Barry was 26 years old. I think he maybe was about 7 years younger than my husband and I. We had a great time with Barry. You know, we talked to Barry all the time, we hung out with him. But not outside of work. I mean, we went outside of work to like a home function where we would someone get there and everything would go. And if you're getting the feeling that I'm talking about Barry in the past tense, because Barry's not here anymore. Barry committed suicide because of a lot of different reasons. And when I went into work that day, expecting to see Barry, we talked to Barry. Barry had tattoos. Barry was into movies. We loved to talk about programming and helping customers, and we liked to bitch about the company too. I mean, you know, that's what you do. But I went in expecting to see Barry, and Barry wasn't there anymore. I never got close enough to Barry to talk to him about what he was thinking, how he was feeling, what his hopes and dreams were. I never stopped long enough to talk to him about it. Now, I'm not saying that reaching out to him would have saved him, because you don't know. But what I do know is that I was where Barry was at one time. When you feel like there is nobody there for you, and you're not making that connection, and you're not fighting off holy madness or trying to start a fire or share resources, but when you have no connection to anyone beyond the superficial, it's a lonely place. So when I was putting this presentation together, I thought about this picture. And I thought about why I don't connect with people. I could say I don't connect with people because my dad left. I could say that, and it's probably to some degree true. I could say that I don't connect to people because I moved around a lot as a kid. 6 years, or 6 schools, 7 years, whatever. Just a school year was horrible. But I did get to meet a lot of new people. That's not why I didn't connect. I could even say that I didn't connect to people because I was too busy partying it up, drinking, doing drugs, and basically to be part of that group. That's not why I didn't connect. I didn't connect because I didn't think that I was worthy of it. Because every time I looked in the mirror, I saw somebody who was not worth it. Every time I looked in the mirror, I saw somebody looking back at me who I thought was disgusting, stupid, not worth it. The trouble with me in connecting with people is that I was afraid that they were going to try to connect with the person who I see. I never saw me more than anything in the dirt underneath your feet. It was not worth it for you to be friends with me. In a way, I was kind of doing public service, right? So there's this old story about a water barrel. And the idea was there was no running water in the house. So every day, he would go down to the creek. He would carry 2 big things of water, either end of the pole, and in giant pots, right? One on each side. Every day, without fail, he would walk down to the river. There's 2 pots on either side, and he would fill them up with water. It wasn't an easy job. These pots were heavy, and the long walk was difficult, especially when the sun was bearing down. The trouble is, the one pot was broken, had a bunch of cracks in it. So when the water bearer went down to get the water and fill it up, by the time he made this long trek back to his house, half the water had spilled out of the broken pot. That's a lot of time to spend going through, getting all this water, to only come back with a pot half instead of 2. This went on for 2 years. You think he would have gotten another pot, right? He didn't. He continued to use the same pot. One day, he's walking back, and the pot, the cracked pot, starts to talk to him. Which, I don't know, if I was walking and the pot started to talk to me, I think maybe the sun was really getting to me and I'd probably stop. But not this guy. This guy, he was a Superman. He says, what's your problem, pot? Pot says, I feel really bad about this. You spend all this hard time, this energy, this work to bring back water, and I'm like screwing it up. I'm going to have that pot, I'm drafting it. All my water is just dumping out before you even get back. That's a lot of work, and I'm only giving you half of what I got. Well, this guy, he's pretty cool. He's like, I don't want you to worry about it. Let's just go get some more water tomorrow, and I want you to take a look on the way back. Okay, fine. I'm all in, we'll go. So the next day, the guy goes out, and he brings both of his pots, fill them up, and the pot says, I don't know if I want to do this. I'm cracked. I'm going to drop all of half this water. And I was like, just chill. We're going to fill you up with some water. We're going to walk back. But this time, when we walk back, I want you to take note of what's on the side here, on your side. So they walk back, and the pot is looking around like pots do, checking things out. And what he notices is these beautiful flowers on the left-hand side, his side, where he's walking. Right side is barren, there's nothing there, it's all dirt. The water bearer says, I hope you notice the beautiful flowers on your side. You see, pot, I knew when I picked you up at the store, you were broken. I saw it. I saw the cracks in your pot and in your sides. But that didn't stop me from getting you. I knew that with those imperfections, you would provide beauty. And every day for the past 2 years, as these flowers have grown to be as beautiful as they are, I would pick them on my way home. And they get to the house, and it was the very first time that the pot, who apparently has eyes, it's the very first time he looked up in his house and saw these beautiful flowers. The pot was so into his own imperfections about how useless it was at only being able to do half of its job, that it couldn't pay attention to the beauty. It didn't see it. It didn't recognize it. Sometimes I feel like that pot. Actually, all the time I feel like that pot. I'm lucky enough to have built a support system around me, kick me down the road, and Say, stop it. You're imperfect and you love me. So, people scared the hell out of me. I'm terrified to be up here. But I know that I have to be up here. I know that I have to talk to people. I know that it's more about them now than it is about me. I have to make the connection despite being terrified of them. I mean, look, I live in the South, and I'm afraid of spiders. They kill you out there. I'm afraid of elevators. I don't know, some of you probably had the misfortune of riding in an elevator with me somewhere today or yesterday where I just sort of stand in the corner and vibrate until we get up to the floor because I'm petrified of being in an elevator. But I do it. I'm afraid to be in planes, but I do that. But of all of those things, a spider that can kill you, an elevator that can crush you, a plane that can make you wish you knew how to fly, of all of those things, people terrify me the most. But me, how is it possible? How could you be here and be afraid of people? Why on earth would you do that? Because it's important. Yet it doesn't matter, I'm just going to hide anyway. You probably won't see me. Why? Because I'm afraid, but I know I need to get out there. You all need to get out there too. We all come to these conferences. I've seen it a bunch of times. I've been coming to conferences for a few years now, without fail, and I'm totally guilty of this. Find a corner, set up my laptop, grab my phone. If I see you walk by, I don't care what I'm doing. I'm probably staring at my phone. If you're here, you're walking past me. Oh my God, you're going to talk to me. I'm going to be busy. Because when I talk to people, and I know that there are other people that feel this way, but when I talk to people, I worry about, okay, am I supposed to look at their face? Am I supposed to look at their eyes? Am I supposed to look at their mouth? And the mouth, it's the mouth that always gets me. I always worry about what shape are my lips making right now when I'm having this conversation with this person. And I worry about these things. And am I going to spit food onto your cheek and you're not going to know? I mean, do I have broccoli between my teeth? I don't eat broccoli when I'm out because I'm afraid. And when I do, I practically choke to death because I don't want to chew it. Because I'm afraid that people are going to pass these judgments. Do my shoes look good? Are my pants on right? Oh my gosh, should we talk about the weather? I mean, these are the things that go through my mind. I panic every single time I open my mouth. Every time. And then I realize, I'm not the only one who feels like this. It is funny, my mom used to tell me a long time ago, and yet we grew up pretty poor. We didn't have a lot of money. But I was like, are my shoes okay, Mom? Do you think these look good with these pants? And she'd tell me, nobody cares what shoes you have on. Because you're worried about what shoes they have on. And it's true. So how did I get over my fear of spiders when I moved to the South? Is I just confronted them and I just started to hang out with them. I now have a pet spider that lives under my pool. Ladder thingy. She's beautiful, I love her. But I did the same thing with people. I realized that in order to get over things and to make these connections deeply with people, I just have to get out there. So what I did, and it was kind of a fluke how it happened, is I started a podcast. And on this podcast, we interview people, all sorts of people. But the way that the podcast started was, I worked on another podcast, the Wonderland.com podcast, and I made those connections through those people. And Felipe here in the bottom right, I guess in the bottom right, he was one of the co-hosts on the Wonderland.com podcast. And when him and I left the podcast, we started Roundabout. And we had a blast doing it. Like, we didn't know what we were doing. But him and I, we made that connection on the first podcast, that it seemed legit to keep doing it on another Thankfully, they went off and got married, which was so exciting. To be able to be part of that, like, I wouldn't have been able to be a part of that had I not been in connection with him. Beautiful, so happy. Charlie came on. I cornered him at a conference one day. I was like, hey, Charlie, you should come on the show and be a guest host. And then it starts. So he's been on the show. And then my mom, that's my mom down there on the bottom left. I talked her into it. I'm like, Mom, you got to come on the podcast. And, first she was a guest, and then I talked her into hosting. When the show started, we hosted down Tim Mitra, who's up in the top left, and myself. And like I said, we have a blast, and it's so fun to talk to people. And we've talked to over like 100 and something people from all over the place, all different types of fields, from technology to arts to science. I had a brain surgeon on there once. That was really exciting. The voice of Siri has been on the show. And there's a theme that I noticed going through this that we all seem to share as creatives and people. We're all freaking terrified. We're all worried about, what's the next thing, or am I good enough for this? Am I good enough for that? It's crazy. We all feel like we're not good enough. I don't understand where that comes from. Why don't we feel like we're good enough? So yes, talking to people is terrifying. And you just have to put yourself out there and do it. John and I were talking just before about, well, it's supposed to get easier when you come up on the stage and do these presentations. The more you do it, the easier it gets. And that's not true. It's really not. But I can tell you from being on the podcast, doing it over and over, it's not that it gets easier, it gets more comfortable. I think that's the right word. But only if you do a couple of things. Well, at least this is what has been working for me. Be authentic, right? Whenever you meet someone, be authentic. My mom has a lot of good sayings, but she always used to tell me, dress for success, right? Give that outer exterior that let people know who you are by the company you keep and the way that you hold and carry and present yourself. Yeah, I didn't get that second memo. But that's what being authentic is. Like I could have come up here today and I could have worn a button shirt. I'm sorry about that. I could have worn a button-up shirt, taken the hat off, which then the universe would have imploded, so we don't have to have it. But I could have dressed for that, but that's not who I am. When I did some video tutorials for Linda, which is now LinkedIn, and I remember meeting the producer, and I said, I'm not taking off my hat, right? And he says, well, we're going to have to check to see if it's a problem with lighting. I said, if it's a problem with lighting, lighting's going to have we're going to have to figure it out. I'm not taking it off. This is who I am. This is me. This is me being authentic. If I were to change anything about me, I would have to remember what I've changed and then continue to be that person from that point on. Every time I interact with people, it gets tiring. Being me the way I am, I'm imperfect, but I make pretty freaking cool flowers sometimes. And I bet y'all do too. This was a little strange in today's technology. You have to be present. And that means being present. That means I'm having a conversation with you, look at me. That means you're saying something to me. I want to look at you and I want to hear what you're saying. Because if I can't hear what you're saying, if I'm too busy worried about what my shoes look like, where's my mouth position right now? Or what should we talk about next? What should I respond to what you're saying? And that's the key. When I worry about how to respond to what you're saying, I've completely missed what you're saying. Be present, be part of the conversation. Don't talk. Hurry up is what it says. Be present and be part of that conversation. And don't be superficial, right? Have a conversation. And really mean it, really engage. I just met two people in Colorado here. One, her name is Ellie, the other name was Brian. Ellie I met while I was shopping for a hat down the road a little bit. I found out just from talking with Ellie that she's a stand-up comedian. She's traveled all over the place. And she got to share that experience with me because I asked her about it because I really wanted to know. I didn't really care about hats. I cared about why she was working at a hat store. It's interesting to me. So go beyond the superficial. Ask someone today when you meet them, why are you here? What are you trying to get out of this conference? Why did you start developing? And names suck with names. Remember that guy Brian I was telling you about? I met him over at Manatee Springs. Turns out he knows some people. He's like, oh, you have so-and-so on the podcast? She's a friend of mine. What a small world, right? Well, he handed me his card, which is it was his partner's card. It had her name on it, which made me immediately forget his name. Immediately. So you know what I did? I asked him, what's your name? I forgot. I know you just told me like 5 seconds ago, but I totally forgot your name. And he told me his name was Brian. And I remembered it this time. Because I asked him. But I could have ran away and not said, hey, I forgot your name. Please tell me again. And I wouldn't have remembered it. I would have lost that opportunity to connect with him. Turns out he really likes Star Trek, by the way. So is it all worth it? Is being all crazy about making connections and being worried about talking, is it all worth any of all of this? Maybe I should just find it really worth it? It's totally worth it. Right? When you make a human connection with somebody, you immediately boost your immune system. I don't know how it works, I'm not a scientist. I just know that it works. Beyond that, it reduces your anxiety. When you talk to people, when you connect with them, when you truly connect with them, your anxiety is going to go down. Similar to why I worked with all those people before when I was younger. Granted, I wasn't making that connection, but they were reducing my anxiety. I didn't know it could go both ways and be so much better than it is when you actually truly connect with someone. This is my favorite. When you make connections, you live longer. I mean, sometimes I don't want to live longer because it's like, oh gosh. But then I want to wait around for zombies, so I want to be here so I can be here until they show up. But seriously, making connections, you do live a lot longer. But it's more than just like the personal stuff. Like, if you bring friendship and relationships into the workplace, it increases it by 50% when you have friends at your workplace. But it does more than that. When you have a best friend, 7 times more likely to fully engage with you. This is a best friend network. But I have to tell you, if you work with your spouse and you have pet names for each other, make sure you train the other not to use them. My husband one time, across the entire office, hey mommy, because that's when we first had children, and it's like, mommy, oh my gosh, so embarrassing. So just be careful of that. There are a couple other things. Gallup study did a bunch of, it was like 2016, they ran this study, how making connections in the workplace is better. I am not used to having slides with words and percentages and stuff on here. But when I started to do the actual research behind this, I was floored. 43% more likely to report brand recognition, right? When somebody is connected with you and they recognize you, they're going to have conversations with you. They're going to tell you. 37% more likely than someone, at work engages their development. How many times have you gone up to somebody that you work with and been like, hey, let's work together on this thing? 27% more likely that the mission of their company makes them feel like their job is important. Right? When you're connecting with somebody, that's a good thing. You feel like you're doing something important. 21% more likely to report that they have the opportunity to do what they do best every day. That is a true story. So yeah, totally worth it. Worth it from a personal standpoint, worth it from a professional standpoint. When we come together as a community, as individuals, when we collaborate, we innovate. When we're all over here doing our own thing, not so much. One of the things that I do with people is I mentor them. And I mentor them whether it be game development or writing or illustration or whatever it is. I like to work with people. And one of the reasons why I left school was because we didn't really have an opportunity to work with people. I don't know if y'all remember school, you're told, shut up, sit down at your desk, don't do anything with anybody else, do all your work, don't talk to anybody. Well, that's not how you get things done. I get that there's rules and you have to listen to the lecture, but we have to come together. When I am mentoring somebody, I learn most of what I learn because my students ask me. I don't have the answer, and I have to go find it. Sometimes we find it together. We work together and we create amazing things together. But it's not just me. Like, I'm not an anomaly, and I know people out there work together. These are just some of my favorite duos and trios, right? If anyone recognize these guys, I mean, you might know these guys up there in the middle. But some of these are fictional, some of these are true. Like we've got Ralph and Ralph Crampton and Warren, those guys are hilarious. Dumb and Dumber, Mo, Larry, and Curly. I mean, these are people who are out there working together. One of my favorites is Ben and Jerry, right? I mean, think about a world if it was just Jerry. How boring would that be? So yeah, come together. Now, Lucy and Ethel, they're like the pastime of the Thelma and Louise. Thelma and Louise may have taken it a little bit too far. I'm not going to drive off a cliff with anybody, but the point is, like, even the Wright brothers, they came together and they created these amazing things. So when I say to you, at the beginning, I said, what does it take to put your mark on this world? It doesn't matter how big your pen is. It doesn't matter how much ink you have in that pen. You know what matters? You have to take your cap off, figuratively, because this is not going anywhere. But you have to take your cap off. You have to be willing to let the world see your insides. Let them feel them. Let them know that they're there. Let them know that they matter. You matter. The connection that you have together matters. If you walk through this world and you just do what I did when I was younger and you just exist because you're afraid of anything else, it's not going to be a good time. A good time is when you can sit down with anybody, have a connection, have a conversation, find out what makes them tick, find out something about them that you didn't know, find out how you can work together to come up with brilliant things together. Because that's what leaves your mark on this world. That is what does it. Don't take my word for it. Find out yourselves. If every day, or even after every session, you went up to somebody, the person sitting next to you, maybe somebody who's trying to hide it in their phone, go up to them, respectfully, if they are legitimately trying to avoid you, or if you don't push, threaten zombies, that's usually what I do. Beyond that, Go out and talk to them. Say, hey, my name is, and when you forget their name, because you will forget their name, ask them again, I'm sorry, I forgot your name. Take off your caps, ladies and gentlemen. It's hella worth it. Thank you.